Good. We're back. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We're just about 2 minutes away from Flight 1B of Danielle's Birthday Bash 150K guarantee. I'm Eddie, the Asian sensation, and in the booth with me, Mr. Eric Anderson.
Good to be here.
Good to be
Thanks
here.
for having me.
Yeah, no.
I'm going to fix this camera a little bit.
Yeah, let's get that adjusted before we go live.
There we go.
Very successful first two flights. 62 in the first flight, 72 in the second flight. Already more than a third of the way to our guarantee. Currently have 56,000 in the prize pool. So with 4 flights left, I would say pretty successful so far. Eric, what do you think?
I think it's fabulous. And Saturday is always the biggest flight.
Yep.
So we're going to just crush this 150. What did you put the line at? 285?
You said higher.
I said higher than 285.
Yeah, I said 285, and I think you said over 300.
310?
Yeah, that's what you put.
I'm going to go 307.
Okay, fair.
307.
285 with a 5K buffer for dinner.
Love it.
So in last flight 1A, we had 6 qualifiers. We had Bart Bogard with the chip lead.
Massive chip lead.
792,000. Jay Gravitt with 740 picked up a nice little hand, busting out Action Ashley there on the last hand, right at the
Kings
end.
against Ace Jack.
Yeah, against the bubble, got Johnny Marlowe, 320,000. Miss Randy Lister, 266. Amandeep with 209,000. And Frankie from Next Gen sneaking in to day 2 with just 114,000. Look for some of these players to refire. Here we go with Action. Oh, no, not with Action, just kidding. If you're wondering, that's me picking up the phones.
Yep, this is 10 minutes ago as we were getting started. So we can ignore that. We've got Craig getting exact chip counts, pictures, and names for your viewing pleasure. You can turn that on if you want, or you can leave it off. There's not a lot going on.
Yeah, that's true. Not yet. We'll unmute it. So again, we are streaming all flights. All 6 flights of this 150K guarantee, where the winner is at least going to be taking home $35,000. Probably, what do you think the number is going to be? I think it's going to be like 52, 55.
That's a much closer number.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're basing it on a $35,000 first place prize on a $150,000 prize pool, where we're going to crush that prize pool. So 50 is a lot closer. 50-55. And now cards are in the air. We got King dealing. We're going to lock him in for 2 downs. We're going to lock him in for 1 hour. And then we've got Rick coming in to finish off the next 2 hours.
So you will see the remaining players left.
Oh, dude, sorry. We got to do this.
In this flight. Oh, sorry
Here's what you guys want to see.
Yeah,
you don't care about us anymore. All right, we've got Craig entering the action here. We've got Philip with Ace Queen in the hijack. Calls 2,000. Chris Larkin in the cutoff calls 2,000 with Ace 5. Shane, our lead here with King Queen, gets in there cheap on the button. Brian Kelly, one of our fabulous dealers, with Ace 4 checks.
Getting a nice little massage, staying relaxed.
Yeah. Checks around to Shane on the button with the best hand with the king. Chris does have a backdoor flush draw, but
probably not going to peel one off. Maybe
so.
Philip might peel one off.
And just like that, Shane picks up a nice little hand, shows it. I like showing it when I have it.
Right.
Make people fold.
Picks up a little bit there. Slightly betting over half pot, getting everybody to fold. Everybody in the chat changed the skin here. Towards the beginning of the live stream.
Right.
Getting positive comments. Let us know what you think about the new graphics. It's growing on me.
I like it.
I was the only one that said originally that I didn't like it, and everyone else said they loved it. So I got overridden by the live stream chat.
Everybody.
I'm
going to. Our clock had to restart. Had an update, so it's going to take me just a minute to get the clock up and running between hands. But just know we are just starting level 9.
And again, for those of you in the chat, please like, share, subscribe all our social media platforms. We're on Instagram, Twitter, I got to remember all of them. Instagram, Twitter,
Twitch.
Twitch, Facebook, and
TikTok.
YouTube. And TikTok. Poker Monkey, thanks for joining back in the chat. 25 viewers. Let's see if we can get over to 60 like we did earlier today. That'd be great.
I'm going to let you do all the commentary while I fix this.
Gary currently with the best hand with a pair of sevens. Having 7 deuce in the big blind. Check on the turn. Gary leading the river with his pair of sevens after the jack pairs the board on the river. Takes down the pot. Now, some of these faces may look familiar to you. A lot of these faces had played on the feature table at some point during the 100K Summer Bash Guarantee. I believe Raul played in it. Chris Larkin, Gene Six Killer in the 6th seat. And again, you've probably seen Brian Kelly here in the box at Poker House. Dan Hawley, not his first go around. Poker see, we actually got rid of the number of big blinds, which increased the size of the stack size. We weren't overly concerned about it because when we do the chip counts, when they come back around in between hands, it gives the the number of big blinds, so we opted to take that out.
Yeah. And yeah. Now you just have to do a little bit of math.
Right.
34K is 17 big blinds.
Give or take. Raise from the cutoff from ace queen. Stanley defending 3 deuce of diamonds in the big blind. Here we go to a flop. Very good flop for Stanley. Flopping open ender and backdoor diamonds. Good check back where I roll on the turn on the flop. Raul now still with the best hand, ace high with the ace of clubs, turning the backdoor nut flush draw. Bet 7K into a pot of 16K. Back to Stanley. Let's see if he's going to peel one off. And folds. Again, if you're interested in firing a bullet in this tournament, Flight 1C starts tomorrow at 10 a.m. Flight 1D tomorrow 4 p.m. And again, those same start times on Saturday. Each flight we're cutting to the top 10%, bringing them back Sunday restart at 1 p.m. Everybody that makes day 2 when they make the 10% automatically in the cash, min cash. Obviously, we'll figure that out at the conclusion of one A, B, C, D, E, F. At the conclusion of one F.
I have to do that.
Yeah, like
A, B, C, D.
Counting on
E,
the
F.
fingers. Seeing what is 6. Again, currently 6 players so far making it to day 2 from the first flight. This flight, specifically 1D, will take 7 players, correct? Yeah, there's 70.
We have
72 players, I believe, correct?
72 rounds to 7. We will take 7 players going to day 2.
Here we are on a blind versus blind situation. Be a regular here at Poker House. Haven't seen him fire too many tournament bullets, so his first time, I believe, playing on the live stream.
I don't recognize him from the live stream, so I don't think he has. Because I know most of these guys.
I've gotten to know most of the guys by virtue of commentating in the booth, so. Here we go with chip counts. Stanley, 54. Chris with 38 big blinds, all the way down to Philip B with 15K. And Brian Kelly with 10 big blinds. Look for these 2 bottom stacks to get their chips in. Hopefully try to double up.
Pedro shared the stream. Thank you, Pedro.
Thank you very much, Pedro, for sharing the stream. Eric R. from Godly saying, let's go, Shane. Mr. Shane Howarth in the 3 seat. 71K, about 35 big blinds and some change. I think I did the math right on that. 36. Yeah, 35. 40 would be 80K.
And What do you say? Nobody likes what?
I'm not sure. I didn't catch that.
I thought he said nobody likes the villain.
I'm either guessing Poker Monkey. It's Captain Underpair's time to either take a nap or drive, which is probably why he's not joining on chat. Wonder what party of the country he is right now. I know he tried. I think he'll be back Saturday or Sunday. I think he said Saturday last time I talked to him on the phone.
All right.
Again, taking 7 from this specific flight. Angela Larkin in the chat saying, "Let's go, Chris." Looks like the camera's stuck in a few minutes. It's going to rotate back around.
Yeah, I fixed it about a few minutes ago, but we're on the delay, so it's going to take just a couple minutes.
I think I was going to keep my hand in here and just like randomly, arbitrarily press the button. And again, we had attempted to make some upgrades to the live stream to no avail. We did get the new wiring in, so Eric can definitely explain this, but basically went from HDMI hookup to SDI, improving the quality of the pixelation of
Those are good words, pixelation.
Yeah, no, try it. I mean,
and the cathode ray too.
Yeah, fake it till you make it. So
you I didn't mean to call you out.
No,
Those are great words.
Yeah, pixelation for the viewers on your end of the stream.
Yes.
We tried to get this new 8-port ATEM switch in, just couldn't get it going for one reason or another. So we made the decision to go back to this original thing. So which is why you're not seeing the overhead flop cam and additional cameras. So next week, the next time we stream, well, let me phrase it. The next time after we stream. Oh, Brian Kelly on +1 with pocket 9s, shipping it for the rest of his chips for 10 big blinds. Nobody with much of anything, probably going to get folds all the way around, pick up the blinds to chip up a little bit. It's about 13, 14 big blinds now.
That's okay.
So the next stream post the 150K Danielle's birthday bash guarantee, we will hopefully have all those. And in fact, I would probably venture to say that we probably won't stream until we get it installed.
Yeah,
and get it tested.
We spent 2 days getting everything going and just did not succeed. So we ended up putting it back, and I don't want to mess with it until this tournament is done. So Monday, I'll put in some long hours and get it going. Big Baller Brian.
Big Baller Brian. Is that what they call it? Oh. Gary 6 killer with Ace King offsuit +1, raising it 2.5x to 10K. Gonna fold all the way around the roll. It's gonna defend and defend with pocket 7s on the big blind, more than likely. Oh, he folds 7s. Chooses not to defend.
It's 7s is a tough spot there. How much was the raise?
He made it 2.5x. I mean, we're all at 23 big blinds. You're generally going to want to defend a pocket pair from the big blind to one.
You know you're set mining though.
Yeah.
And in this situation, we've got like 34 players left out of the 72 that started. They're just trying to get down to 7.
Yeah.
I'm not positive what his thinking is, but if he doesn't feel comfortable playing post flop,
right,
let's just get rid of it. Save my blinds.
But he was already in the big blind, so he had a big blind. He had a big blind in, and
so he definitely had the pot odds to call that.
Yeah, he was getting the right pass with the pocket pair. So
I wasn't. I was still working on getting the camera picture-in-picture up, so I wasn't paying attention to the game. But Chris and Philip are going to battle on this one, I think. And Philip does not want to flush.
Pretty much going to be committing about a quarter of his stack. If he gets any of this flop, it's going to be all going in probably. Pot's already at 15K. And he re-jams. Chris is probably gonna call.
I think so.
Yeah, when he just limp and re-jams it, he does call.
Was that a jam?
Yeah, he re-jammed. Oh, on a monotone board. Up, cards on the back. Chris taking a significant lead.
No, they're not all in. He just called.
He just called. Okay. Both check flop.
Oh, now Philip's done with it. Now he's glad he didn't jam. And we're done. Done with the hand.
Chris with a good bet there on the turn, turning an ace.
Yeah.
Potentially denying equity against one heart holdings. Philip only having king high, wisely elects to fold there.
Now, which one's Stanley? Is he the 7 seat?
That's correct. He's in the 7th seat.
He's a stud.
Yeah, Eric, there is only one camera angle right now because I didn't reset the camera angles.
Yes.
So give it a minute or two and it's going to start rotating around.
Yeah, we fixed it, but we're on a 10-minute delay, so it'll take a minute to catch up.
And again, that's why we went to this 8-port switch and all these upgrades so that we didn't have to potentially manually override the camera system.
This is a great table pick.
Yeah.
I mean, Chris Larkin's a stud.
Stan Hawley's been
Gary
here
Six
before.
Killer just won the big bounty tournament 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
I don't know BV, but you do, obviously.
I don't know him.
You know,
personally.
you've seen him.
Yeah, I've
around
seen him
playing the
before.
cash games.
I feel like I've seen him more at the bomb pot table than I have seen him at the 1-2.
Oh, so he likes to gamble.
Yeah, gamble.
Gary's got the only flush draw. B does hit top pair. He doesn't like that board.
Yeah, and apparently King likes to flop monotone boards.
How happy are you if you're BV with top pair, top kicker on a 3-spade board? Not very happy.
Yeah. Interesting call by Raul here with no backdoor equity.
No, I think he's just going to steal it. Check. Now pounce. 30K in the pot. Bets 15. Yes.
Half pot.
That's what I was thinking.
Very neutral size bet.
And he is way more far ahead than he even thinks. If Gary doesn't hit a spade right now, Gary Six Killer, and he doesn't,
This is going to go check. Oh, and he's going to
it's going to go.
He's going to lead the river.
He's going to bluff. Bluffing with the best hand.
Leading the river, knowing that he missed.
Oh, all in to call. Okay. I thought he said all in, but it was just all in to call.
A nice little lead there on the river by Gene, knowing that his jack of spades missed a flush draw. Probably didn't think his queen high was good there.
You said Gene, it's Gary?
Gary.
Okay.
Gary electing to turn his queen jack into a bluff, actually having the best hand.
And he takes the move away.
Yeah.
Because he knows if he checks again, I think he's facing an all-in, and now he has to call with queen high.
And that size betting third pot on the river is more of a blocker type bet. So he knows that if he bets there and he gets re-raised.
Oh, this is going to be action. We got ace-10 suited, ace-queen suited, and jack-jack. Oh, he's going to get called, and it's going to be a flip.
The good thing is for Brian,
that B is already folding an ace.
he's gonna fold an ace. Brian Kelly getting all his chips in.
And B asks, what's the big stack? They're both 20K.
And B thinking he may be getting some implied odds to call here, getting a good price to maybe potentially triple up.
This reminds me of that cash game when the guy calls with ace. He does call.
And he does call.
And he calls with ace-10 suited and beats poker cans ace-ace when he flops a flush draw on a pair, turns
This is actually a really good scenario for Brian.
Really good. He's got a triple up with little risk.
See what the flop brings. 2 players all in. Oh.
So Brian's still way ahead.
Yeah, but he's double
Philip's
blocking.
got the flush draw.
No flush draw.
Oh,
and
there's
he
a
gets
flush.
it.
Done. Philip wins. Chicken dinner. 2 pair doesn't do it. Jacks win probably 4K or something. Yeah, 4K.
He's going to have 2 big blinds.
And that hand just plays itself.
Right.
Except for B could have got away from it.
Yeah, I think if I'm opening ace 10-2 and I get a jam and then a rejam, even though if you think you're getting the right price, you're really not, because there's so many aces that are ahead of your hand and somebody with a pocket pair.
Yeah.
You're at best maybe coin flipping against one hand. Ace 10 is always going to be buying 2 hands in that spot.
And our cameras are fixed now. Yeah. We are getting a new player.
And as we lose players from this feature table, we will be feeding players from the outer tables. I believe when this stream started, post close of registration, there was 3 additional tables.
Yeah, we have 33 players, so that's 4 tables.
Had to do the math. I'm like,
36 divided by 9 is 4.
Yep.
Boom. You accountants use your calculators.
I know. Tax season's over, so.
Yeah. We can turn our brains off for a little bit. Chris Larkin with ace jack. He's going to raise it up to 8,000.
Going to raise to 8K
That's a-
after a limp from Philip and the +1. Pulls back around to Philip. Let's see if he decides to call. Or he's going to lay it down.
How are you feeling?
Better.
I'm feeling fabulous.
I totally text Kim earlier.
I texted her this morning when I woke up.
Saying, man, I don't feel great, but I definitely feel better.
No, I feel great. You want some of those?
Yeah, I'll take it.
Airborne?
Is it just like a
It's
like
chewables.
vitamin?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
it's like a vitamin C chewable.
Oh my gosh, it reminds me of the Flintstones.
Yeah, that's what exactly. I mean, it tastes the same. I'm. What was your favorite Flintstone?
Man, wait, are you talking about the actual Flintstone itself, or are
No,
you
the
talking?
vitamins. Dino.
That was the purple one, right? The purple dinosaur.
For sure.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, bringing back memories. Oh, look at this hand. Stanley in the button with the kings. Chris Larkin +1 with pocket 3s. Probably gonna open,
Javier Bustillo.
making it 5K, 2.5K, 2.5X.
I wonder if Bustillo is a real word. That's a good poker name. What's your name, Bustillo?
Full Sagari in the cutoff
I
with 10-9
love
suited.
3 bets to 20.
Yep. Chris announcing that he's folding. Going back to Gary, let's see. He's got some chips. Maybe he wants to peel one off.
I mean, they're evenly stacked. They both got 90K, which is a lot of chips.
Yeah. Over 40 big blinds.
Hey, speaking of Javier Bustillo, he's coming down to play this tournament from Kansas. I want to get you on the stream, Bustillo, just so I can say that more. That word is fun to say. Bustillo. What day are you coming, Javier? Are you going to come Saturday? Have we mentioned the 3K double bag bonus? Multi-bag bonus. So, this event has 6 flights. 6 players have already bagged. If any of those players, it's out there. The embosser. They're probably doing flips. Min just came back in looking for the embosser for the satellite certificates. Because they're probably doing flips, that's the only thing that makes sense.
Yep. Gosh, these do taste like the Flintstones.
Right?
Goodness gracious.
Dino. So, if you bag a second time, you get $3,000. We take your smallest bag out of play, and you get $3,000. Philip just flopped middle pair, top kicker against an unknown hand of Stanley. which Carlos Fernandez shared the stream.
Thank you, Carlos.
I think we have a bad card, a broken card, which is why
He came
10
in
minutes
and
ago he came in and swapped the deck out.
I gotcha.
Yep.
So we're on our second deck or third deck?
We're on our second deck right now.
Doesn't surprise me. We're going to have to register a couple decks tomorrow.
Yes. I did 4 this morning, but we'll definitely do some more in the morning. And he shows, we don't know what it is unless unless Craig types it in. And he just went, never mind. We don't
Hands over.
know. Hands over, next hand.
And again, for those viewers in the chat, if you are not yet a subscriber to our YouTube channel, we are giving away free merchandise for all new subscribers that subscribed at the beginning of this first flight.
Okay.
Also, for all new subscribers, I'll go in and check. I will be firing tomorrow morning and Saturday morning. I'm giving away 5% of my action.
There's Min. He just went and got the new deck
Okay, yeah, that's when he got the new deck.
10 minutes ago. All right. Stop in and say hi, Javier. I'm gonna step out of the booth to go get that.
Gonna have Eric step out of the booth really quick while I run the show for a few minutes. Uh-oh. Headphones stuck on the chair. BV all in the cutoff with ace-jack offsuit and shoving 8.5 big blinds. Philip all in as well with ace-9 suited. Aaron Barsh. Well, now Pokerski, now that you asked me the question, now I know that you're going to unsubscribe and resubscribe. And I don't know if that's the... Ends up being a chop pots. Don't think the board correctly read. And again, hopefully when we get this overhead flop cam, we can go in and check everything. Nice try, Pokerski. E for effort. Javier Busteos. Did I say it correctly? I'm Filipino, so I got a little Spanish in me, even though I was born and raised in Texas. Houston. There you have it, level 9, blinds, about 5 minutes, less than 5 minutes left. 1K, 2K with a 2K big blind, any. 33 players remaining. Taking the top 10% out of the 72 players in this field. Taking 7. Let us know what you think about the next gen poker, saying Brian's going to quadruple up pretty soon. Which one's Brian? Bro, Brian Kelly.
8 folds, 9 folds, 1 fold, 2 folds, 3 folds.
Yeah, Eric, sometimes if you get the cards too close to the RFID reader while you're dealing them, Queen 10. Stanley flopping bottom pair. Both have gutters. Gary with the backdoor diamond draw. Going check on the flop. Now Gary turning open-ended straight flush. Gary turning open-ended straight flush draw. Picking up a ton of additional outs. Jack of diamonds for fun. 5 of diamonds. Gets there on the river. Goes runner to hit his flush. 39K in the pot. Let's see what sizing he uses. Maybe 20K. 2/3 pot, or half pot right here. Very neutral size betting.
Gary's just been check calling and then leads out on the river.
That's correct.
Very interesting.
Stanley wisely folding his bottom pair. Knows he's not beating very much on that run out.
Wow, they're getting rowdy out there. Did you cover these?
I did. That's
Okay,
it.
perfect.
Who from Next Gen Poker is that? Is that Frankie, Jack, or Rosie?
We call Jack Jelly.
Jelly or Cash, because sometimes he uses that.
It's actually Jello,
Yeah.
but I accidentally put Jelly on
Oh,
the
you
stream the first
accidentally
time.
put? That's funny.
Yeah.
Brian Kelly looking to quadruple up. Next Gen calling it out. 2 big blinds. Yeah, Brian folding 9-5 suited. Gonna only be eligible. Oh, he has 4K. Yeah, it's 4K. So he's only gonna be eligible for the big blind and the big blind and the small blind.
7 fold, 8 fold, 9 fold, 1 fold. 2 fold, 3 call, option. 3 players.
Scoping the competition.
Frankie, I like it. Congratulations on bagging flight 1. Oh, both Raul and Gary flopping top pair. Gary having Raul out pipped by 1. Ooh, gonna put Gary in a tough spot. Shane checking the flop, gonna rip. Raul getting the rest of his chips in there.
6 calls.
Gary 6-killer making the call. Raul asking to run it twice in the tournament. Like it. Some opportunity outs here if some high cards come. Gary also with the backdoor clubs. Oh,
Oh, look at the outs. He's got a lot of opportunities now. Sixer doesn't do anything.
doesn't get there.
Raul is eliminated.
If I remember correctly, Raul made a pretty deep run. 100K Summer Bash. I think.
I don't remember. There's our clock now. I've got that up. I don't remember, but I can find out very easily.
Just moving up to level 10 where the blinds are 1,500, 2,500, 2,500, big blind ante. Now, interesting level with the blind levels as it is. A lot of times you'll see the small blind be half of the big blind and the big blind ante. This particular level, it's not quite half. So when you're calling, when you're in the small blind, you're more incentivized to call some opens, especially the late position raises, maybe with the hands like suited connector, 7-8 suited. Broadway cards that may be unsuited, middling pocket pairs, low pocket pairs. So getting a decent price to call if you're acting out of the small blind.
Shane in the is Shane still in?
Shane is still in. I believe he's in the 1 or 2 seat.
That's what I was thinking. Then I looked up and didn't see him. He must be in the 2 seat because that's not him in the 1 seat. Shane got 24th place in our. He's in the 3 seat.
No, Raul. What place did he get?
Raul, I don't find Raul.
I could have sworn he made. I could have sworn he made day 2.
While I was looking for Raul, I found Shane though. Dory made 51st place.
TJ in the chat. Thanks for joining in. Frankie, you firing tomorrow morning, trying to double bag.
Let's
Brian
go.
Kelly all in. Big blind force going, but all in with a decent hand. All in with pocket 7s. It's going to go heads up. Brian's got a shot. Classic coin flip pocket 7s. Now Brian can double up to 4
Yeah, he's
big blinds.
doing a little happy dance. He's got a flip and he's happy about it.
I mean, that's probably the best case scenario you can be
Yep.
in that spot. Oh, and is it an ace in the window? Ace in the window.
9, Jack, 6, 7. Ace doesn't, oh, it doesn't matter. You still need the 7.
He just said we got 2 outs unless the 7's been burned.
Yeah, it's got to be the case 7, and he doesn't get it.
Brian eliminated one of our dealers here, very popular. Down to 31 players.
What's up? Oh, okay.
Looks like Eric's being summoned.
Yeah, I need to print more certificates.
Oh, that's a good problem for
yeah,
more flips.
That's excellent. All right, I'm going to press pause for a second just on here.
And for those of you that don't know, if you're wanting to get into this tournament, don't want to pay the $500 bind, we are running $50 10-handed PLO flips. If you want to be a DGen, there's your chance. Flight 1A and Flight B of the Danielle's birthday bash 150K guarantee going well so far. Already $56,000 in the prize pool.
7 folds, 8 folds, 9 raises, 7,000. 1 fold, 2 folds, 3 folds, 6 calls. Heads up.
And we are heads up. Both players having the same hand.
6 checks.
Gary defending out of the big blind. After a middle position open from Peter. Peter new to this feature table. Opts to C bet his entire range on that flop. Gets Gary to fold. There we go with our chip counts. Stanley with a chip lead. Gary, both him around 50 big blinds all the way down to Peter. B and V have less than 20 big blinds. Look for them at some point in the near future to get the rest of their chips in. (33 players remaining, 32 players left remaining in this flight. 72 players total, getting down to 7 players total. I believe 6-handed right now on this particular feature table.
6 calls, option. 4 players.
4 players to the flop. On the board of 4, 5, 7. Oh, wow. Stanley flopping the joint.
We got a jumper, guys. 7 is all in.
Ripping his whole entire stack, overbetting the pot. Significantly overbetting the pot. Definitely not going to get much of anything from anybody that has anything. Surprise jam there by Stanley after flopping the nuts. Philip in the blender with bottom pair, top kicker. Not sure what there is to think about. Yeah, it's pretty easy fold based off that action. Yeah.
He flopped it, guys. Flop the joint.
Flopping the joint. Interesting shove there. Definitely losing a ton of value. Have somebody special in the booth. I'm actually going to move around. Have Miss Tammy Venn. Is that how you say your last name? Venny in the booth, one of the traveling dealers here from Iowa. I'm going to move from the 2 seat to the 1 seat. Going to give her the headset for seat 1 or for seat 2. I'll move over to the driver's seat. She's going to ride shotgun with me for a little bit here in the booth. I know Eric's going to be coming back here shortly. Again, we will be moving players from the outer table to the featured table as they get eliminated. I'm not sure who's running the tournament. I think it's one of our traveling floors that's running the floor right now as we speak, with one of our newer assistant TDs helping as well. Again, Eric stepping out of the booth to print additional certificates for these PLO flips. That's 7,000 to a pot of 19.5K. Slightly in a third pot, about 30% of the pot. Chris with bottom pair on overcard.
No, he's not going to leave him.
Turn goes check, check. See what the rings a jack of hearts. Probably going to go check, check again. Unless Chris is going to use his pair of deuces and turn it into a bluff. Shane having Chris Larkin out pip by 1. Chris, a regular here at Poker House, plays multiple weekly tournaments here. Shane Houth, the overnight lead floor here at Poker House, working the graveyard shift. Don't know how he does that. I've been struggling for the past week and a half. Haven't been getting much sleep. Eric and I coming off head colds. Tammy, tell us what you think about Texas so far.
I am loving Texas. It is great. The energy here is fantastic. The people are so nice. If you are in the area, you definitely need to come and check it out.
Yeah. So tell us, how did you get the opportunity to come down here to Texas and deal this tournament?
Eric used to come to the casino that I worked at in Iowa for mid-states, and so they thought they were going to be real busy for this tournament and said, hey, can you come and help us out? And I was like, of course.
I believe there's about 8 of you dealers between Minnesota, and Iowa, and then also a traveling floor. So you guys helping us out a ton here. Room's really, really busy this Thursday evening.
It is. There are a lot of cash games, great tournament. The energy it's just buzzing out there.
Yeah, and I believe tomorrow, as it gets into Friday, to Flight 1C and Flight 1D, most of these cash games that have been out on the floors thus far will be pushed into that front room, and the main floor will be used for tournaments for the most part. Currently have 7 tables going. So Ducks 125, which is usually streamed on Thursdays. Obviously not streaming tonight because we are streaming all flights of this 150K birthday bash for Danielle. 5 1-2 tables and 1 $5 bomb pop table. And again, for those of you joining in the chat, still new in the chat, Flight 1B. Currently in level 10, about 10 minutes in. Again, 30-minute blinds. Current level is 1,500, 2,500 big blind. With 1,500 small blind, $2,500 big blind, 2,500 big blind ante. Probably about 29, 30 players or so remaining.
2 fold, 3 fold, 6 fold, 7 raises, 7,000, 8 fold, 9 fold, 1 calls to 7,000, heads up.
Raising with that queen 10, interesting.
Yeah. Cutoff open. Definitely can use that hand when it folds you in the cutoff late position, raising it. Flopping top pair, backdoor spades. Fill up with ace high. Doesn't have many chips left. Says he has 10.5K. It looks like he has a little more than that. It looks like he has about 20, 23, 24. It looks like a stack.
You gotta watch the TV and see it, Gary.
They're having a good time at the table.
Yeah, so a lot of these players, I know you're new to the Dallas area. A lot of these players at this table are regulars here at Poker House. Chris Larkin in the 2 seat. Philip in the 1 seat. Shane Houth, obviously, overnight lead. Gene Six Killer in the 7th seat, and Stan Hawley, very regulars here often. Eight is all in with pocket sixes. About 12, 13 big blinds left in the stack. Good hand to get your chips in, especially considering that you're in the cutoff. Looking to pick up. Oh, ace deuce. Yeah, I don't.
So
Yeah, the chip counts are incorrect.
we got a deuce, jack 5 flop. It must have been a check and a check.
Well, he's all in, so.
No, that's right.
Doubles up. I know the chips counts are incorrect. Here are with their chip counts, then I'm going to let them know that chip counts are incorrect. We will get those corrected. Craig on the action tracker, king in the box, locking these dealers up for about an hour down. A couple of pocket pairs here already. Gary under the gun with pocket fours. Has over 50 big blinds, or nearly 50 big blinds. Stanley with pocket fives, also with a big stack.
7 raises, 7,000.
Gonna raise with pocket fives rather than just calling behind.
All right, we got a couple, guys. One is all in. 1 and 2. I mean, 2 and 3 fold. 6 fold.
Oh, they folded the fours. He folded the fours.
Yeah, he kind of has to here.
Oh, yeah.
When he opens pocket fours and Stanley re-raises him, and then there's an all-in behind, it comes back to you. Pocket four just never ever good in this spot, even though it is a pocket pair.
I agree.
Coin flip here between Philip and Stanley. Philip flopping Broadway draw. Backdoor spades, doesn't get anything much on the turn. Needs an ace or a 10 or a bunch of other outs to chop. Philip has been eliminated. Philip playing a lot of the satellites over the past 4 weeks. So Tammy, tell us, you've dealt, this is your first time dealing with the Texas poker players.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
They're fantastic. Everybody is so nice. I've played when I was off work. They're great while I'm dealing. They're great to play with. It's really a great and fun room.
Lots of action compared to Iowa.
Lots of action. Lots of games.
Poker is definitely alive and well in Texas. It may not be in other parts of the country. No, it's definitely alive and well in other parts of the country. But
All right. Where's everybody watching from tonight?
yeah, let us know in the chat. I know there's somebody from South Florida.
Nice.
Yeah, you know, one of my best friends, one of my really good friends played a stream yesterday, a local card room. Guy rips 4.6K pre-flop with 5 deuce suited. Another 5 deuce suited was folded. My buddy had ace king offsuit, and the other guy rivers a deuce for nearly a 10K pot. So. About 15 minutes left in this level.
Raise 7,000 with the king deuce.
Pretty actually standard open when it folds to you on the button. A suited king on the button is very powerful. So one of these new game theory optimal moves when it folds to you on the button. is raising with the suited king on the button. Gary Six Killer opting to defend the big blind. The flop is up, but we don't know what the cards are, so.
I don't see a face card on there.
Yeah.
There it is.
There it is right there. Turn is out.
Gonna bet with that gut shot. And take it down.
Gets Chris to fold. Poker Ski way over in Valley Ranch. I don't know where that's at. You gotta let me know.
Well, everybody, I'm gonna let Eric take back over, but thanks for having me.
Yeah, Tammy,
And
thanks for joining us.
Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and share with your friends.
I know. Are you on break right now?
I am off for the night. I will be back tomorrow.
Okay, I thought you were working from 3 to 11. I gotcha.
They got the evening dealers in, so.
Gotcha. Well, thank you for joining the. Oh, it's in Irving. Okay, I'm relatively new to Dallas, so. Poker Ski, are you a player yourself? You plan on firing a bullet or two in this tournament? And here we go. I was getting some new players to fill this feature table. Eric getting adjusted on the head mic.
All right, I'm back. Back. How's that sound? All right, had to fix everything. So yeah, they broke a table, and we're gonna fill this table with all new players, and get chip counts. He's gonna correct a couple of chip counts that were off, and I'm gonna go around and get updated pictures because I don't like looking at the back of Chris Larkin's head, and some of the other ones were just too far off. So I went and snapped some pictures while we were waiting. Gary flops the best of it with pair of aces, ace 8 on an ace king tray board. We don't know what Chris Larkin has. I'm afraid they broke one of my cards.
Uh-oh. At least we have like 20 decks.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
you're
$4,000 worth.
$15 worth of decks. I mean, 15 decks. Okay, so you won a seat on Sunday. Was it via the satellite or was it via like a flip? I must have been there in the satellite.
Must have been a satellite.
So I definitely don't know who you were. I was, okay, I don't know if you know who I am. I was the guy that was sitting at table 11, kind of troubleshooting if they needed me.
You know what we could do?
What's that?
We could go this button, and this button, and this button, and this button, and right there, now they can see you.
Oh, okay.
Do.
I still get scared to touch the buttons.
That's okay. I like buttons.
Yeah.
All right, we'll hide that now.
Oh, so you changed the name of it, of the camera.
C920. It's
Yeah.
a Logitech C920. What did it say before? Commentary camera or something?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Because we had like the October 9th little scroll thing
Yep.
and all this stuff, and then when we had those audio issues, you pretty much uninstalled everything and reinstalled it.
That one.
Got some new players to this table. James in the 1-seat. Dealer here at Poker House. Peter in the 9th seat under the gun. Makes it 7.5K 3X. Melissa Burns folding. Again, new to the feature table.
So James has King 8 against King Queen. They're all in. Flops a king, flops a flush draw.
Oh, wow. Peter with pretty much...
Poker Ski's a guy with a big beard. That doesn't narrow it down in this place.
Gonna slow play his turn.
When you're up against an aggressive player in position, and
Peter under-repping his hand on the turn, electing to check. Getting James to bet with king high after Peter turned the second nut flush draw here. Pretty much James drawing dead. Peter will get a much needed double up.
it's a bunch of spades for Peter. And I remember that hand because here's where
Come out of the booth.
I grabbed the. I was watching that hand, and then I go and get the. There I am talking to Big Mike.
Oh, look who's joining in the chat, Captain Underpairs.
Let's go.
Mr. Robert, you driving or you watching? Or are you supposed to be taking a nap because it's not your turn to drive?
Where's he driving from?
So he's a truck driver for, correct me if I'm wrong, Cup, you're a truck driver for FedEx, and you drive from Fort Worth to California and back twice a week.
From Fort Worth to California.
Goes, drops off a load.
Wow.
Brings back a load, drops a load back here in Fort Worth, and then brings another load back to California, brings a load back to Fort Worth.
I suppose it's like heavy stuff that's too heavy to fly, or
Okay, is it Amazon or FedEx? You gotta. I know you drive a truck and you drive from Fort Worth to California.
Just wondering why they don't fly it out there.
4 or 5. Exposed. It's all good. It's bad stuff.
Roy Lee in the house. Thanks for joining in. So supposed to be asleep. Co-driver is driving. We should probably take a nap, bro.
That's a good idea. See, there you see me in the background taking pictures of everybody. I got to update these profile pictures.
Our 4 new players to join this. Josh Amar, 53 big blinds. James with 50 big blinds. Alyssa Burns and Peter. And thank you, Miss Tammy Venny, for joining in the chat. Not the chat, sorry, jumping in the booth with us. FedEx ground, Dallas to LA twice a week. I was close. I said Fort Worth to California. I consider DFW one.
I mean, yeah, Fort Worth and Dallas, that's the same place. And LA is in California.
Yeah. So I was pretty close. I'll take it.
I'll take it.
36 viewers in the chat. If you are new to Poker House Dallas Live, like and subscribe all our social media platforms. We are on. I want to remember all of these social media platforms at one point.
Go.
Okay. YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Even though we don't have anything on TikTok yet.
Correct.
Okay.
I mean, I think we might have stuff on TikTok. I don't know how to access it because I'm old.
Yeah, me too.
Did we say Instagram? Yes.
I think I said Instagram.
Yep. How about Snapchat? Do we have a Snapchat?
Does anybody still use Snapchat?
I'm old, so I don't do that either.
I literally just have Facebook, and I just got on Twitter like 2 weeks ago.
I'm an adult male. I don't use Snapchat.
I don't have time for all this. Oh, Chris flopping the best hand with top pair. 2 spades, Broadway draw as well available. He was I believe, the original opener, so definitely a board that hits his opening range from under the gun.
Yes.
C bets his entire range. He gets fold all the way around.
Gets both of the dealers to fold.
Yeah.
I just realized that he's stuck between 2 Poker House Dallas dealers with James and Shane. All good players. 1, 2, 3. I don't want to be at this table. If I'm on this table, I want to be in the 4 seat. I don't want to be in the 9 seat. Against 1, 2, and 3. Rick in the box. Fresh off a break.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have made sure we brought in our best dealers for this live stream for this birthday bash.
Actions on 3.
Just minutes away from level 11.
Fold to 9. Action. 9 raises to 13,000.
Robert Gardner says Snapchat is for sending pictures.
Is that it? But you can, it's like TikTok kind of, right?
I mean, I think it's like for sending private pictures that they can't screenshot.
I think it's like disappear after.
Yeah, like nudies and stuff. If
I
you don't want
guess.
to get caught. I mean, that's the only thing. That's the only thing I know about it.
Fair enough.
I didn't like it because when I first started using it, like they use it as texting, and I would text somebody something, and the next day they would text back, "Okay, sounds good."
Gotcha.
What sounds good? I don't remember what I said yesterday.
Right.
I mean, that's why I love texting, so I can go back and I'm talking to 20 people and I go back and see what I said 20 minutes ago.
You know, it's funny. I used to be like before I got divorced. I used to be anti-group text messaging. I have like 40 group text messages now.
Oh, I've got so many. It's just a coughing booth in here.
Yeah.
We probably got tuberculosis or something.
Whooping cough. Bringing back one of those eradicated diseases.
Yeah.
Supposed eradicated diseases.
You got a lot of Theraflu in here.
I know. I don't know if Kim's in the chat. Usually she chimes in. It is near bedtime though, so.
Yeah, no, Kim Stone saved us.
Buying combined between Eric and I nearly $150 worth of medicine.
We got Theraflu, we got
We got cough drops, Airborne,
big old liter of orange juice.
Orange juice. Well, I was actually concerned because I commentated last Saturday. Yeah, on the 2-5 VPIP game, and I was in the booth alone, and I wasn't feeling great, and I went back and listened to it, and you could tell I had a head cold. I was just not feeling it that day. There we go with Pocket Deuce is still with the best hand here.
Oh, he's bluffing with the best hand.
Shane thinking he's turning his pocket deuces into a bluff when he actually has the best hand. Walter Rutledge in the chat. Thank you. TikTok is normally 35-second videos. It's not like TikTok. Wait, TikTok is normally 30. I don't know. Like I said,
So what he's saying, Snapchat is not like TikTok.
Oh, okay.
TikTok is 30 to 45-second videos, and Snapchat is like sending pictures to people who you don't want them to have them in, 35 seconds.
Got it.
It goes away right away. Gene, a dealer from Minnesota, says good luck. So just a random good luck to everybody. He likes to stream. This will be the last hand of this level. Then we're going to 2,000, 3,000 with a 3,000 big blind Danny.
So before, when like people shared the stream or liked the stream,
Yes.
There used to be a ding,
So
and I would know if somebody saw it, and I would always say thank you for blah 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 blah.
let's go to alert box, and let's see if there's somewhere where we can say sound. Global alerts, alert parries. I don't know what that means. New alerts will interrupt the screen alert. Well, let's not do that. Moderator tool source.
Oh, Bean V had a short stack. Now waking up with pocket queens in middle position.
Actions on 5 check. Players all in.
On the flop, King High BV is going to shove the remainder of his stack.
Harry likes to stream. Harry is one of my guys.
Thank you, Harry, for liking the stream.
He's up in the cold. What's the temperature where you're at right now, Harry? Wisconsin. He played a lot in Minnesota, Wisconsin, Iowa, Chicago area. Cheat chat. If you have enough followers on TikTok, you can live stream.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's how Next Gen does. They live stream on TikTok.
See, I thought that the live stream is TikTok.
I don't know the answer to that.
Yeah, I'm guessing in TikTok you can record a video and then like upload it, and then I don't know what I'm talking about, guys.
Stanley with pocket tens, early position. James in the hijack with a suited ace. Might be his only competition. Looks like everybody else has squad douche.
Players using pretty big sizings now. And again, as 44 degrees.
44? That's
Yeah.
not bad. Are you in Wisconsin right now, Harry? He had a health scare
Oh, okay.
last year, so he's...
Hope you're feeling better. Hope things are back on the up and up.
James did call a big bet pre-flop.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of calling with ace-6 suit in late position, especially to an early open position. If you're going to make a call, I'd rather see you do it with a hand like ace-5 suited, ace-10 suited, where
You can straighten up.
you can straighten up. Ace-6 suited just doesn't play well
That's the
post-flop.
worst ace.
Yeah.
Are you by Madison, Harry? I know he played a lot at Wisconsin Dells and Ho Chunk when I was running tournaments up there, and then over at Potawatomi.
Here are aggression frequencies. Stanley with the most aggression on this table.
Platteville.
Oh, see, Walsh says yes, you record it. You record your video, edit it, and then upload it.
Got it.
But then once you get a certain number of viewers
Then you can
or
stream
subscribers or whatever, you can do it live. That makes sense.
Okay. I'm going to jump right on the Tic Tac bandwagon.
Yep.
Ooh, big hands. Ace, king, ace, queen.
King 10 suited.
I was going to say king 10 and king 10 might get away from it if Stanley and B get out of line. But
I don't
they're
know,
not.
but-
They're limping. Ooh, everybody's playing it slow. Shane's going to lose some chips in this one. Everybody's limping. So
I want to see,
Wow.
see if King 10 suited is just going to rip it.
No, they're just all calling.
Golly, Josh and Mar in the small one, nice dude, 9 suited, actually getting good price to call. Not really realizing how Stanley mad that no one didn't raise. You see him? Do you see him like? He's like, crap.
Yeah, that didn't go according to
Yeah.
plan. Mistakes were made in this
Yeah.
hand.
Texas heads up to the flop 6 ways.
Now, Melissa's got the best of it with the flush draw.
Now,
Gary does have top pair, but B beats him with a better kicker.
there are no clubs in any of the other
Melissa-
players.
oh, yeah, yeah, right.
Any of the other players, and Melissa has a decent lines share of the equity here. Yeah, she's definitely going to be getting her chips in here.
Yep.
I actually like her hand better than B's.
I'll take Melissa all day.
Yeah, because obviously we're looking at it, so everybody has each other's outs.
1,000 followers to live stream.
Okay. Yeah, see, the way YouTube works, we have the required number of requisite viewing hours. We just need 1,000 subscribers in order to start monetizing the live stream.
In the background, you can hear Min running another flip.
You know, for those of you,
Gary's got top pair with a 10, and he's like, really an all-in and an all-in?
this is a fold.
Yeah, this is a pretty easy fold. I mean, he's pretty frustrated with it. You know, he thought he was trapping.
And that's the thing, with just a 10 kicker after an all-in, and then another all-in, although Melissa only has 10 big blinds, this is a hand you just have to let go, fold.
And Ace King's just like, man, I played that so
Yeah,
badly.
Just open folds it.
If
Again, actually, Melissa actually has the best equity in this hand.
percentage-wise,
Yeah. Because so many queens and aces have been eliminated already. See what the turn's going to bring. If she wins this hand, she's going to pick up a lot of chips because so many limps behind.
Yep.
Pre-flop.
she's a king, a jack, a club,
And gets there on the
gets
river.
it on the river.
Now gets what started the hand with just right around 10 big blinds. Now scoots up to about 23 big blinds. Now doesn't have to put her chip stack in danger. Can open fold, open rip,
Yep.
3-bet. Well, actually, probably not gonna. If you're gonna 3-bet with 22 big blinds, you're gonna 3-bet jam. Sneaking up the leaderboard here. Chris Larkin, Peter Beebe, all under 20 big blinds. Stanley still with the best chip count on this feature tail, 57 big blinds, about 172K.
I think he accidentally played that as best as he could.
I think he was maybe
By-
looking to
He was
limp.
trapping for sure.
Limp back raise.
But as it turns out, he lost the minimum because Ace Queen's not folding and would have outflopped him, and King 10 with only 11 bigs would have probably shoved and would have taken all of it. So it
Right.
worked out the best for him accidentally.
Walter Rutledge giving us the 411 on monetizing TikTok. I'm definitely not the guy to do that.
No. I make enough money on OnlyFans that I don't have to make
Yeah.
money on TikTok.
Me too. I mean, that's the name of my OnlyFans account, the Asian Sensation.
Nice.
Yeah.
And they spell it with the AZ.
AZN. Chris flopping top pair. Stanley with not much of anything. Chris betting half pot here, neutral size betting.
Stanley's got all the chips. And he might not believe Chris. Chris is a fairly aggressive player, so he might just want to peel one. Hope a club. Oh, he hits his best out. Checks it. Chris is going to check behind. Nope.
You bet a quarter pot.
Yeah. Now Stanley's going to lead the river, right? 51K in the pot.
Should, depending on what
20K?
the river is.
Oh, check, check. Yeah. I would have liked a lead out of Stanley, but he was...
Yeah, and it's showing that Chris has 6K. It looks like he has about maybe 25K.
Yeah, those chip counts are off. You can make money on the videos you upload based on the number of views. All right.
25 players left in this flight. Here are VPIP percentages. Josh Mar with 44%.
Explain to people what VPIP means who don't know.
Yeah, for those of you that don't know what VPIP stands for, it stands for voluntarily put in pot. So if you are the small and the big blind, those specific positions on the board or on the felt do not qualify towards your VPIP percentages. So if you are not the small blind and not the big blind and you elect to put chips in voluntarily, it increases your VPIP percentages. So here, the past, oh, look at this hand. Josh Amar with Jackson, the cutoff, be in the big blind with tens.
This will be dirty.
Yeah, Josh Amar is definitely going to open. Really big size, makes it 9x. Look for it to go heads up. It's going to be all in heads up. Here we go to the flop, with all in for BV with pocket tens. Gonna pretty much need a 10 and a 10 only. Oh yeah, he did have pocket deuces.
Wow.
Would have had quads, but based off that action, definitely can't call with pocket deuces.
Yeah. And a 9 would have beat him with bigger quads. Ouch, Tammy on the other side of the booth now, liking the stream.
Thank you, Tammy, for liking the stream.
Chris Larkin out there with Stanley and 27% pre-flop raising. James, Shane, and Melissa with 0.
And they're relatively new to the table. And as you move from an old table to a new table,
yeah, we're on like hand 40 and they're on hand 6.
Right. I generally like to kind of feel the table a lot. Now there's some hands that I 3-bet with open with that I normally would, but in terms of maybe picking spots to bluff in, picking spots to 4-bet bluff with, 3-bet bluff with, you know, I definitely factor in that I haven't played with some of these players. Chris Larkin. Opening about 9 big blinds, queen 9 offsuit. Doesn't realize that his queen is not live. Really drawing to some straight outs and maybe a 9. I believe I saw an ace that was burned. There you go. Cruz has got a decent flop. 5 of clubs needs a 10 or a 9 only. Chris gets eliminated from this flight. Good game, Chris. Sure we'll see you back tomorrow or Saturday. Melissa was a short stack earlier on after moving to the featured table. Got down to about 9.5 big blinds. Now I believe she's over 30 big blinds or nearly 30 big blinds. If you haven't liked and shared, go ahead and do that now. Thank you for all those of you in Facebook for sharing.
Actions on 3. Full. Raise 12,000.
Okay, we let the Asian sensation go get a orange juice for us. We're heavily medicated on vitamin C. I'm going to pop this door open for a little bit just to cool it off. It's warm in here. Any fan favorites at the table? Tammy wants to know.
One checks. That's 20K.
So James in the 1 seat and Shane in the 3 seat are both dealers here, well liked. You've got Stanley in the 7 seat.
That's 85.
He's a very, very good player. No, for sure, if that's accurate. If you're still on here, say something. Because Streamlabs just reconnected.
Hopefully for those of you to chat, maybe just got a little minor hiccup.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there. It just it said reconnecting,
6 to 12,000.
and then it's back, and it shows. Yo, Javier says I'm on it. It did pause for me though. Tammy says, okay, cool. Well, as long as we're still going, excellent. We didn't lose any viewers, so that's good.
Captain Number is saying hello. Thank you very much.
Perfect.
2 players to the flop.
That was weird. All right, so we got a classic flip with Gary and Ace Queen and Stanley with pocket 4s. Gary raises it to 12K. Stanley calls. That's a pretty good flop for pocket 4s.
Call.
I might slow down both of them. Slow down. Yep. Check. Rick's doing a good job waiting for him to catch up.
Craig.
Yeah, Craig. Sorry. All right.
Jack Juice is about as good. Jack Juice is about as good a flop as you can hope for. You're right.
Exactly. He said Jack Deuce is about as good a flop as you can hope for when you're holding 2 4s.
Actions on 6. Fold.
Now James has pocket 4s, which is pipping Josimer in the 5 seat with his pocket 3s in the big blind.
1 to 12,000.
He'll go 4x.
Fold.
Pretty good raise. 12,000. Blinds are 2,000, 3,000, 3,000 ante. I expect Josimer to defend and try to flop a set. Getting a discount. Almost 30K in the pot. We have 7, 10 king.
Definitely, this is a report that definitely favors. Oh, James, I would have liked to see him see bet here.
Yeah, I agree. Now Josimer picks up the club out. It's only a 3 high, but it is a best. Now James with the delayed continuation bet.
The 3rd pot.
Josimer. I wonder if that's a first name or a last name. He does let it go.
James with the best pair there.
I do like the delayed C bet. See if Josimer is trapping you on the flop, and when he checks again, then he can
Right.
bet at it.
There's some board textures wall delay C bet if I don't think I'm gonna if I don't think I'm gonna be able to get 3 streets of value. Let's say I have pocket aces and I flop an ace and it's a relatively dry board.
Right.
You know, I'll check flop. Because sometimes a lot of people
Let him
think
catch up a little bit.
yeah, that's a lot of things. A lot of times people are like, oh, I have the top set, and they bet, and they only get
Kim Stone likes the stream.
you know.
Table mic is very loud. Oh, we can turn that down a little bit.
Turned it down, Kim. Well, sometimes I'll see that my entire range on a flop. Sometimes I won't. Just depends on board texture.
And your opponent.
and your implement.
Did you tell them to turn on the AC? Because they did. It feels great.
Yeah, it definitely feels a lot better now.
Did you tell them that, or are they listening on the stream?
I guess they're listening on the stream, but we're on a delay. So
Appreciate it, guys. Yeah, that's... Well, we're not on a delay. So the people listening could have hit the AC.
oh, that's true.
If they set it out there, they wouldn't hear it for 15 minutes. But we're good. Yeah, you can hear the chips clicking. That is something we're working on. Getting some dampening. Noise dampening.
We could have installed those.
3 is all in. 4 5 is all in.
Maybe we'll get tomorrow. Oh, Shane, all in with pocket threes. Josh Smart also all in with open Ninder. Stanley definitely going to fold here.
That is such a weird... Did that really happen?
Yes, because Rick is carving out chips.
Yeah. So Josmer needs a 9 and 8 or a 3. 3?
Yeah, because it'll give him a straight. The bottom end of the straight.
Okay. I'd space that. A 9 to pair is 9, and 8. Why wouldn't a 6? Oh, because a 6 would give Shane a straight. I got it. I'm caught up now. Y'all are barely audible unless it's full blast volume, which we can hear in the background. All right, well, let's turn those guys down. Let's turn us up. Boom, boom. Oh, you know what? Let me try something right here. All right.
Oh, the
Tell
mic.
me if that's any better, Kimmy. No, I appreciate it, Kim. We want all the support. I just changed the setting. Let me know if it's any better. It's very possible that I had the wrong thing clicked. And because I was trying... So I'm going to wait until you tell me, yes, it sounds much better now.
Or no, it doesn't sound better.
And then I'm going to tell you what I did.
Way better.
Way better. Okay, so what I did is I was trying to hear the sound when people would like the stream or share the stream. It used to go ding, 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 and I couldn't hear that. So I played with an audio setting. It still didn't work. So when you told me that I messed it up, I just turned that off, and now we're back. So thank you. Thank you guys for telling me. I don't know until you tell me, and I can't fix it until I know. So I appreciate it. Thank you, Kim, for watching. And guys, hey, when I'm messing up, let me know. I want to fix stuff.
Yeah, now I know I can blame it on Eric and not me.
This is definitely user error on Eric's side. I have to figure out how to get that noise back, the little chiming back.
Yeah, that's why I didn't know if whoever liked and shared, because usually we get a ding, and I
and then
can
we
look
can
over.
glance at it.
Yeah.
So now we have to like pay attention to that side of the screen.
Yeah.
Ding, ding, ding. I love it.
Gary flopping top pair. Straight draw, backdoor space. Take down this. Thank you, Kim. We were so bummed out because Eric and I had spent hours.
Yeah, all day Tuesday, all day
Wednesday. We were here till like 12:30 last night.
We were here. We're talking to tech support. We had time
In Australia.
Everything was supposed to work and it didn't, and we finally gave up and put it all back to the old style.
4 cameras.
Yeah, I'm like, man.
But all the equipment is here. Like everything is here.
The cameras are here.
The wiring is correct.
The wiring is already installed.
Yeah, the wiring is installed. It's just the 8 cameras because we couldn't get the ATEM switch to work.
Yeah. Do you guys hear the pinging or not?
Yeah,
Because
I think they do. Cause
they do hear it?
Yeah, one time Kim Hayden and I, we were watching it because we were trying to figure out.
No, like right now,
Oh, I don't know.
since it's turned off.
I don't know.
All right. 'Cause I didn't know if maybe we didn't hear it, but they still hear it.
Oh, yeah. I don't know.
I don't think they do hear it. So, go Shane, Melissa, Gary, Stan. Good luck. You can't just root for everybody, Ashley.
Yeah,
Come
you got
on.
to pick one person.
Oh man.
Yeah. So politically correct. I should be like,
Let's just have.
I'm going for Peter
Participation
because I don't know who Peter is. Go Peter.
Go Peter.
Picking up some blinds there. Now going to be up to 13 big blinds.
No
Oh,
ping.
13.
Okay, I didn't think
12
so.
big blinds.
Yeah, I'll have to fix that. What we did, it was when I was pheasant hunting. You don't miss the noise of the pings, Walter. When I was pheasant hunting, something got messed up and the sound was goofy, and so I had to FaceTime, and we
For
deleted,
2 hours.
Yeah, and I deleted everything.
Literally
and
everything.
reinstalled it all. And for some reason, whatever we did, you can see me coughing in the background there. It's so rough. So much better than yesterday.
Yeah, Kim, we've given you multiple shout outs on the stream. We've taken the Theraflu,
Oh, I'm feeling great.
and then I have a cough drop in my mouth, and I usually don't have anything in my mouth when I'm commentating, but I don't want to cough. Taking the Theraflu at night. Kim's done coming in the clutch.
She's saying Pete is from St. Louis.
Pete who?
Pete, your guy in the 9 seat, who you don't know.
I was just rooting for Pete because
Yeah, 'cause
no
we
one
don't
else was
know.
rooting for Pete.
I'm rooting for Jossimer because I like that name.
Yeah, that's dope.
And I like his tattoos.
I wish I could pull off the multiple tattoo look. I couldn't personally.
Dude, you totally could. Asians and tattoos, I think they were made there.
That's true. Did I tell you we told you about that one night? I think the night before you came back from Minnesota. Min and I went to that Vietnamese restaurant.
Yeah, at midnight.
Yeah, it was at midnight on a Monday night,
Karaoke.
and you can smoke inside the restaurant. They had karaoke, and like these dudes were like taking shots at Monday night at midnight. I'm like, guys,
love
tomorrow's
it.
Tuesday,
I
and they
love
were
it.
just
They were
rocking
living their
out.
best life. He said he was going to bring us back there and have some pho.
the white boy
Or
way to say
as
it.
we call pho.
Faux. Let's get some faux. There we go. 72 players or 72 entries in this flight. Down to 22, playing down to 7.
I wonder, I would be very interested to know if anybody who bagged this morning is playing right now. I know that Bart is playing the cash games.
Oh, he's probably playing bomb pot.
He probably is. That guy
Yeah.
sicko.
Get some rest, Kim. And no, Tammy, I'm not getting a butterfly on my lower back. That is never, ever happening.
Dude,
ever.
that would be hot. They would love
I
it.
don't want to stay single for the rest of my life. 2 minutes left remaining in level 11. Currently, the blinds are 2K, 3K, 3K. Next blind levels for level 12 will be 2K small blind, big blind, 4K, 4K big blind ante. Again, playing down to 7 players.
Ashley says Bart fired the tourney at 4 p.m., so if he busted, I knew he was.
No, he said that he wasn't going
I
to
didn't-
fire.
Yeah, I don't think he did.
Yeah, because he was just going to fire again tomorrow. Because if you...
Ashley bubbled the money today.
Yeah.
7th place when we were taking 6. Got it in Ace Jack against Kings. Was that it?
Ace Jack of Spades versus
Ace
King.
Jack suited against King.
Flops the
King.
nut flush draw, turns Broadway draw, and just bricks on the river.
Yep.
Is that correct, Ashley? I think I remember the and.
Yeah, Ashley says he texted him, so he texted
Oh, he did-
her. So okay. Yeah,
Sorry, Ashley. That was rough. I thought
poker's dumb.
when that turn card came, I was like, oh my gosh. She has like a ton of outs. I think it was 10 high board, 2 spades, and then she turns a queen.
James make it 16,000 and Gary calls. It's huge raise. It's like more than 5x. James flops the best of it. Gary needs running cards to make a straight or trip 5s. Yeah, he's just going to go all in for 50K. It's half a Gary stack. He's not going to call snap fold.
Interesting sizing by James pre-flop.
I think he knows. I think that was player dependent.
Yeah.
Like he knows Gary's going to defend wide, and so he picked up more chips.
And that's a very good point. He could have used that sizing in late position, knowing that he does like to defend wide. I don't know why I want to call him Gene. I know his name is Gary.
Gary Six Killer.
Yeah.
How badass is that name, Six Killer? Imagine, like, I mean, when you're 65 years old, Six Killer's okay, but what if you're like in 3rd grade? What's your name? Gary Six Killer.
Right.
You getting cold now?
Yeah, it's freezing in here. I feel like I'm in like going through menopause right now, and I don't even know what that feels like. It's like
Oh, my goodness.
I'm having hot flashes and
Oh, you made me laugh so hard I start coughing again.
yeah, you definitely should have ripped King Queen. I think if you go back and listen,
Yeah.
I actually said, man, I wish Ashley would have ripped there because he definitely would have got quad J's to fold his hand. It's okay. We live and learn. I made some mistakes myself.
Who Stanley flops a gutter, has the best hand. Jossamer needs an 8 or a 9. Most of those were folded pre-flop.
Stanley betting half pot, getting Jossamer to fold. And again, in about 30 minutes, we will go into a 15-minute break. This is live stream 1 of Flight 1B.
Yep.
We will stop the stream and start a new stream up. And the reason we do that is because there's so many players that are going through these flights that when they go back, we want, instead of having like an 8-hour flight, right, they can go back and kind of piece it together and say, hey, when did you play? Oh, I was in the second half of the stream. Okay, well then go see.
Yep. I know I played on 1B level 17,
right,
whatever it was. You know, I won't be 17 on 1B, but you know, but I played on level 9. Okay.
And at the conclusion of this, we will have a new feature table bringing in players from one of these outer tables and kind of either combining them or not. And when we get down to two tables, 18 players, we will do a table redraw for the final 2 tables, playing down to 7. And then when it gets down to the final 9, they will all move to the featured table and playing down to 7.
And we do the entire final table. We're going to do hand for hand.
Oh, we are? Gotcha.
I'm going to see how long it takes you to get that.
Oh, because we're playing down the 7 final table. I got it.
The final table is always hand for hand.
Yeah. Boom, boom. Hey,
All right, we'll see Ashley.
Yeah, I'll see. I'm actually gonna be here. I'm gonna be here and firing in the morning as well. I think I'm probably not gonna. I'm probably gonna late reg myself. Maybe a level and towards the end of level 2, level 3. Check the blinds. That's plenty of big ones.
Level 12, 2,000, 4,000 with a 4,000 big blind Danny. Hand 51 of the stream. Stanley in the big blind with ace king. I think if it folds around to Jossamer on the button with a suited connector, I love the suited connector. He just limps in. I would raise in that spot. He's happy he didn't because he's going to wake up. I love that bet.
Yeah, definitely coming out of the big blind. I think he knows he made a mistake earlier with ace king. Is definitely not wanting to slow play in this particular spot. Thank you, Cup, for saying love what and how you guys are doing through this stream. Obviously have some neat stuff planned in the future in regards to this stream. Was hoping to implement a good portion of it for this tournament. Just didn't work out the way we had intended to. But I'm anticipating at some point next week when we go back to kind of some of our cash games, we will have all of the cameras in play, overhead flop cam.
Thank you, Ashley.
Look forward to that. And as time goes on and we start monetizing this thing, definitely be able to make additional upgrades. We looked at some cameras when we were, yeah,
15,000 a piece. We're like, oh, those are sweet. I was like, yeah, they are. And then we saw the price tag when
not so sweet. We'll stick with
that sweet.
Not that sweet.
These $500 cameras are fine.
Yeah, and the cameras are fine. I think the only downside with these cameras, the quality is still pretty good. The downside is, and then, well, obviously we don't have a quote unquote full production team. I think once we get to that point where we get a full production team,
we can hire somebody to be a camera crew. Right now, everything's just automated, and
you
know, we've got to keep an eye on it.
And at some point, hopefully in the near future, you know, we'll have an actual somebody in a different 9 all in with 8-7 suited.
It's your guy Peter.
I don't know who Peter is. I just picked Peter because no one else was picking Peter.
He's from St. Louis.
Kim knows him. He's from St. Louis. Oh, crazy thing is here, Stanley double blocking the straight here. What level does day 1 end? So we play down to 10%, whatever that is. So last flight we played, it was 5K, 10K.
I've
so
got
that
right
was
here. I took a picture.
Level 15 with about 10 minutes left, right?
With
7 minutes left.
7 minutes and 37 seconds left.
So each flight is obviously going to end at a different time until we hit the 10%. Now, going
Come
to
back in
day
day
two,
in the money.
we'll roll back to the lowest blind level. Probably
Melissa-
going to be from what is earlier today.
Melissa's got pocket kings in early position.
Pretty
He-
big sizing. Again, as I said this before in the earlier
4X.
stream, say it again. As the blind levels increase and as your stack depth decreases, your opening sizes, your 3-bet sizing don't need to be as big as they were earlier on.
2.2.
Yeah, once you start getting into the 30 to 50 big blind range, again, that's probably my weakest area as a tournament player, is learning how to navigate that. You know, I feel like I can navigate, you know, less than 30 big blinds and then more than 50 big blinds. Just that like kind of little sweet spot, 25 to 30 big blinds to 50 big blinds. For me, it is. Thank you, Tammy Venny. Now that I know how to properly enunciate your last name. Just about 15 minutes away from the end of this stream. Again, we will be rebooting back up as soon as this stream's over. Eric is going to get everything situated and ready for the second half of the stream.
Jossamer all in with just over 8 big blinds with ace king. Gary's asking for a count with queen jack suited. He's got 91K. It's going to be a third of his stack to call.
Yeah, with so much action behind.
Yeah. If he didn't have 6 guys behind him, I think he might have peeled one off.
I think if he's in the big blind, he'll call
Getting a
it.
discount defending. He is one that likes to defend for sure. He still was pain. It physically hurt him to fold queen jack suited.
Yeah, and Melissa probably losing out with some value there. Pocket kings preflop doesn't need a lot of protection. Obviously, you know, the joke is if you have pocket kings and you open, there's always an ace on the board, right? But one of the things I've been taught by the people that I've become really good friends with that help me improve my game, you can't be scared of monsters under the bed.
Right, right.
So now I don't have that mentality like I used to. A lot of people take that same mentality with tens or jacks, right?
Right.
I'm like, oh, this guy makes it like 7x. I'm like, this dude's got tens or jacks, and he's just too scared.
Jacks.
That's
That's the guy that doesn't want to see a flop.
He doesn't want to see a flop. Is scared to play the hand post flop. And believe it or not, tens or jacks are actually very easy to play post flop.
Yeah,
yeah. If it's an ace king queen board, you're probably checking because you're behind. If it's below 10, probably gonna see bet. You know, just it's not as difficult to navigate as people think. James all in, shoving 20 big blinds with 5s on the button.
Gary makes it 10K, and then James shoves 80 and gets through. There are monsters under the bed sometimes.
There are.
We've got about 11 minutes real time. I'm going to go out there and look for our next feature table.
Okay. So I will be closing it out for the rest of this part of the stream. Again, about 20 minutes on y'all's end for level 12. Again, going to take a 15-minute break. Going to reboot this thing back up. So please rejoin. I know it is getting pretty late. One of the things we're doing pretty cool here at Poker House Dallas is streaming all flights of this tournament as opposed to just the final table, giving players an opportunity to play on a featured table to let their friends and family know. Watch them on the big screen. Or on their phone, tablet, whatever it is. Somebody's alarm is going off in the background. James with the mystery hand, not getting his cards on the reader. Anybody in the Dallas area ever interested in getting the booth, jumping in here with me? Would love for some players, viewers to jump in the booth, do some commentating, even if it's just for 15, 30 minutes. Wonder if we're gonna have lock Rick up for the rest of the evening on this feature table. Currently 10-20 right now. Have about 19, 18 players left, give or take. And as it starts getting close to the bubble, again, taking 7 players. Once there's about 10 or 11 players left, and they get, at that point, they'll be kind of short-handed. Oh, well, yeah, wait, they're taking 7. Yeah, I think once we start getting 10, 11-handed, when there's 2 tables of 5 and 1 of 6, or 2 tables of 6 and 6, players are going to start to tighten up a little bit. Hopefully try and sneak into day 2. Lil Boat still trying to decide whether or not you're going to play tomorrow morning. Joe, interested in commentating? Love to have you in the booth for a few minutes. Would have to meet with you first before and kind of just go over some housekeeping rules of what you can do and what you can't do. I'm up for it, though. Kind of fun. Again, I did this to volunteer and help them out. Flight A of the Summer Bash 100K guarantee about 2 months ago. Now I'm in the booth 4 or 5 days a week. Been in here pretty much since 2:30. Got about an hour break. Hour and a half break in between flights. Haven't had the opportunity to, oh, wow, look at this hand. Stanley flopping top pair. James flopping bottom set. Very disguised. Let's see if he sizes up here on the turn. James, what sizing he uses. But it's 25 into 60K. Probably could have sized up. Oh, definitely could have sized up, specifically targeting a puts and all. It's going to be a snap call from James. Let's let this hand unfold. Turn up the table mics a little bit. Reading the board to pair king, ace, or 9. Does not get there. James picking a lot of chips up now, up to about 185K. Number 1 rule, clothing is mandatory in the booth. Maybe not. Just kidding. Clothing definitely is not optional. I mean, clothing is optional, or clothing is not optional. Clothing is required. Sorry, I almost misspoke that. Yeah, even Miss Tammy Venny was, again, here a traveling dealer from Iowa. Got off work today. Jumped in the booth for about 15, 20 minutes. Said, hey, come on through. Joe, where are you from? From the Dallas area? Nice hand there, I agree. Talk to me, Lil Boats. I'm the main lead commentator here. Wichita Falls. This is a dumb question. Wichita Falls, Texas, and not Wichita, Kansas, because Wichita is not Wichita Falls in Kansas. It's just Wichita, correct? And I don't know. Please forgive me, Joe. I'm literally relatively new to the Dallas area. I moved here about 6-7 weeks ago. So I know how to get to Waffle House. I know how to get to 3 card rooms in Dallas. I know how to get to where I live in Whataburger and a couple Taco Bells and like 1 Target. So like 10 places in total without Google Maps. So what part of Texas is it? Oh, Melissa Burns in the... Let's see if she uses a better sizing here. She rated 16K earlier. Makes it 16K again. Now, James called under the gun with ace 8. Josh and Mark are going to rip his stack for 6 big blinds. Obviously, it's going to come back around. It's going to fold, and Melissa's going to make the snap call with kings. I agree, Tammy. Like, poker and food, that's like literally it. I can work from anywhere. Pot totaling 62 going in the hand 59. Fair enough, Joe. And the viewers in the chat, I know some people have commented on this already. Oh, wow. Josh and Mar picking up some nice equity on the flop. And, oh, Melissa had a better heart. So, Melissa picking up some chips. She started this featured table, 10 or 11 big blinds, has quietly picked up some chips, making herself a force to be reckoned with. Little Boats, where are you at? You in the Dallas area? I mean, I'll let anybody in the booth to a certain extent. I mean, you can't be a complete ding-dong. I mean, we let Eric in here. Just kidding. He knows how to run the live stream. And now we are on... Not break. Just kidding. Sorry about that. I saw a pause there. Looking at the clock in real time. Again, I'm on a 15-minute delay here in the booth. Can't see anything. Can't see the whole cards live. I am the only person that has access. Well, Eric and I are the only people that have access to real-time live cards. Little Boats. Okay, I know where Denton is. I've heard of it. I know it's north. You planning on playing, Little Boats? Here we go with some hands. Gary 6 Killer in the cutoff with 8-7 suited. When it gets to pier in the small room, but yep, gonna rip it for the remainder of his stack. About 12 big blinds. And it looks like we're getting the new players situated and getting them ready for the restart of this flight. Again, it looks like we're down to 18, 19 players playing down to 7. So Eliot over there help run the tournament as a tournament director. Stanley can't call here. Yeah, a little bit. So I'll tell you what, I'm playing tomorrow. I don't know what outfit I'm wearing tomorrow. I say outfit like, I know that blue suit is dope. Tammy, I'm really mad at Eliud because I'm getting suits next week. So I can, when I'm in the booth or whatever, whatnot. When I told Eliud he really ruined my vibe because I was planning on buying suits and bringing back the bow tie and suspenders, and he wore a bow tie tonight. So I told him he's fired. I'm just kidding. I was like so sad that he wore that.
Who had a bow tie?
No, Eliud was wearing a bow tie tonight, and I was like, no, bro, like that was that was my play.
That was your bit, and then he did it. He just stole it from you without knowing it.
Captain Underpitch. Yeah, it's Daryl. He's been showing up regularly here, playing a lot of our turns here in the evening. Local tournament crusher as well. Sporting the Poker House Dallas sweater. Oh, crap. I got to give away free stuff.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Some next-gen stuff?
So we got some Poker House stuff. We got some next-gen stuff. Frankie from Next Gen played the first flight. Bagged with about 100, with the 114K. Had a little chat with him after his flight. In between these flights, working really well with Next Gen. Asked him how he can help us. Vice versa. He said, "Give away some free shirts." I said, "Okay, I'll give it away." So we got a few minutes of okay, wait. To entice viewers to come back after the stream.
Right.
I need to come up with something in the next 10 minutes.
Well, let's do this. In the next stream.
Okay.
Not in this stream.
Yep.
We need to. Let's do this.
I'm not good. I'm not creative.
We're going to have a full new table. Right
Okay.
now there's 18, so there's 9 and 9. So they're going to take a full new table. Who is going to be the chip leader at the next table? How much is the chips? What's it like? 100K, 300K, 250K.
Okay.
Price is Right style. You can't go over.
Okay, I got that.
Whoever's closest. So when you log in Well, there's a 15-minute break, so when you log in 15 minutes, quickly put in your guess, and you only get one guess. If
So the quicker you,
Yeah,
the quicker
that's
you
what I'm
log
saying.
on, so it's entice you guys to go in.
get in here quickly, set your timers, and whoever has the first guess that's closest without going over wins.
Yeah.
And they win a shirt, hat,
Yeah.
cap. What are we giving away? Next gen?
Yeah. And I'll tell you what, we'll just be like hodgepodge it. I'll text Frank and tell him to bring some shirts tomorrow.
Right on.
All different sizes. Oh, look, we got some hands here. Peter with King Queen suited. Daryl making a sizable raise in middle position, making it almost 5x. Pretty big open middle position. Looking to take down just the blinds, but gets a call from King Queen suited Peter on the button, and James completing in the small blind. I'm not a big fan of James' call here, especially after a middle position for that side in the late position call.
He is small blind.
Yeah, in the small blind, you don't
Okay,
really
look,
want to
this-
be calling with a hand like ace 10 off.
I'm just thinking he got a little bit of a discount, and he might have been thinking he was closing the action and getting odds.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think of his reasoning.
Slightly speculative call after a sizable open and a cold call. Good
And he
fold
does
there.
let it go.
And again, we are about less than 10 minutes away from the end of levels 9 through 12. We will be starting up a new stream in about 15 minutes, give or take. The game to win some free merchandise from either here Poker House of Dallas and or Next Gen Poker, courtesy of Frankie. Guess what the biggest? We're going to give you guys 2 or 3 minutes to come jump on the stream once we go live, and you have to let us know what you think the biggest chip stack is at the table. Do you know what it is?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I just know we have 9 people on the outside table. We're going to do a full table swap. I would imagine it's going to be similar to this table.
Yeah.
So, what's a big stack here? 250, 300. We both start looking quickly. 194.
192. Daryl. 194.
Mark.
Correct. Mark in the small blind.
Why does Craig take the picture of the back of their head?
Or the side of their head.
Move around, Craig. Get a picture of their face.
Some new players to this feature table. Harvey in the 8 seat. Daryl in the 5 seat.
There's Mark in the 2 seat.
In the 2 seat. And somebody in the last stream, and he was okay with it, said he looked like Doc Brown from Back to the Future. And he really does. So I'm only saying that because somebody said that in the last stream, and I let him know that, and he laughed about it.
Nice.
Again, thanks for tuning in this late on a Thursday evening, 10:30 p.m. I look for us to hopefully not be here. Look, I thought we were going to be here till 2 a.m. It may not be that long, maybe till midnight or so.
Yeah, we're going to get a full new table, and then we're going to, the blinds going up,
Yep.
we're going 366, and then 488, and then 510, and probably last another 2 hours, so midnight sounds right.
Yeah.
Maybe a little later. Now that I'm mathing everything. Daryl with the ace jack and getting Shane with the jack. Shane's in the small blind. Daryl's going to open it under the gun.
No, Daryl just is going to limp in on the gun base jack off suit.
Oh, I wonder if he's getting trappy. Oh, this might have worked out well for Daryl because Shane's going to call.
Shane's probably going to reshove it to isolate, and does reshove to isolate to get Harvey
to get Daryl to fold.
isolated, to get it heads up. Again, Harvey's not knowing that Daryl's about to fold an ace here.
Yep.
And with this action, I don't know how Daryl couldn't call. It's literally going to put 85% of his chips in play. Going to be a tough call for him to make after just limping. With a jam for 12 big blinds and then a rejam. Even if he thinks that Shane's doing this with ace, king, ace, queen, that hand is ahead of his ace, jack.
Right.
Yeah.
Ace jack is just not strong.
And a
enough.
good fold.
Good fold. Disciplined fold. And Harvey's going, whoops. There's 2 aces left in the deck, I think.
Could get some diamonds.
You want some diamonds or a couple of 7s.
All right. Rick getting the chip counts correct.
One of the best
And
in the room.
in a couple of minutes before we go live with the actual action for the next stream, we'll bring it up again, get some names down, and get them in the chat. Again, I'll text Frankie now.
Oh, diamonds.
Hi, and he's live.
Oh, Shane sees the bad news. He couldn't have played it any better. Harvey, good read on the deck. Harvey shoves with a suited ace and just crushes that board.
Yikes! And that's a tough run out for Shane. There does the correct shove from Harvey.
Yep.
The correct reshove from Shane out of the small blind. It just gets unlucky there on the turn. Harvey flopping the nut flush draw and then turning the nut flush when the king of diamonds comes on the turn.
Yeah, max pain for dealing with
Super max pain. Again, about 2 minutes left in this level, 2 or 3 minutes left in this level.
Frank Carrillo likes the stream.
Thank you, Frank. Yeah, I never pay attention to that. I say never. I don't pay attention to this part of the screen, only to the chat. So I kind of cut my visual from here to the right.
We need to just focus on this part so we can see all that.
Right.
It's just smaller. Shane down to 109.
Still has about 25 big blinds. A little about 26, 27 big blinds.
That hurts. He should have over 200 right now.
Yeah.
He should be chip leader at the table. Stanley with the King 10 earlier position makes it 11,000. Gets Shane to call with a suited connectors. And Melissa comes along with an ace. Stanley does flop the best of it. Melissa's going to lead out. 41K in the pot. She's going to bet how much? 16?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Definitely not a board you want to lead on.
Joe doesn't count. You got to come back on the next stream and say 270K.
I'm gonna pretend that I didn't see that, so it doesn't count because you have to jump on the next chat.
That's the whole goal, is to get you guys to come back and watch the next chat.
Joe, you subscribed to our YouTube channel, and when did you subscribe? Same thing with Little Boats. Are you subscribed to YouTube? And if so, did you subscribe today?
Well, Joe's watching on Facebook.
That's how I'm trying to get him to subscribe to
Oh,
YouTube. That's the point.
Let's go to YouTube.
Yeah.
Create a YouTube account.
He doesn't have to get on YouTube, but Joe, if you just FYI, if you guys haven't subscribed on the Little Boats, again, he is on YouTube. Joe, if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube page, we're giving away free merchandise in addition to what we're going to give after the next stream. A and B. Oh, see, he's watching. So Joe, I'm offering 5% of my action to any new subscribers. It's going to be a random drawing. I'm going to fire tomorrow morning. I'm going to fire Saturday morning. And as an enticement to get viewers, they don't necessarily have to actually stay on the YouTube forum. We're just trying to get to 1,000 subscribers so we can start monetizing and making improvements to the live stream.
YouTube does have better video.
Yeah, YouTube. I do agree. YouTube has better video. I will be doing a random drawing at the conclusion, assuming I make day 2, of people that are subscribed. Oh, sorry, Little Boat. You've been subbed for a few weeks. And no, someone asked if you can unsubscribe and then resubscribe. I will know because I can see it.
Oh,
So Joe's eligible for 5% of my action.
excellent.
And I am a tournament player.
He's going to crush tournaments. Too tight for cash.
I am way too tight for cash. It's crazy.
Especially in Texas. You do all right in Iowa.
My VPIP in tournaments is like really, really high. I'm super aggro. Here we go with Chain flopping the best of it. Top pair with the jack kicker. On a relatively dry and disconnected board. We're still on a 10-minute delay.
We are on a 10-minute delay, so this will be the last hand. I see Dakari sitting in the background waiting to come in to deal.
And as soon as this last hand, I'm going to jump out of the booth. We're going to end this stream. Eric's going to work his magic.
Ta-da!
Blah, 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 blah. And don't forget to put on the subscribers thingy so we don't get the porn stuff.
Yes.
Walter Rudd, subscribe today. Thank you. You're eligible for 5% of my action. Be firing tomorrow. Hopefully, whoever's in the booth tomorrow kind of give you updates on playing. I'll fire max bullets. Not really max bullets, but we'll see.
That's it.
There we go.
Break.
Stepping out.
All right.
Ending the stream here again in a few 15 minutes or so. Log in to